Slater.
Salter's here.
Salters. Herb Robinson.
Here.
Hillary Stokowski.
Here.
Jody's here. Jeff's late with notice. Kimberly
Here.
and Rebecca.
Here.
And Carly
Here.
and Coy.
Here. All right, let's stand for the pledge.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First up is superintendent report, Carly.
All right, at this time, I'd like to introduce Gary Putt. Gary, if you don't mind coming to the podium, I can meet you there, and we'll go from there.
Okay. I'll represent the Knights of Columbus locally here in Ortonville, Providence Game Council. And every year we have our MI Picture Road Drive in the spring. And Maine Special Education has always been one of our recipients. And so this year I have a check for $1,705.60.
Gary, thank you. Wow, how lucky are we, huh? That's amazing. Gary,
I
that
enjoyed the reading.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lovely. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for your time. All right. Barb Mallow, is there anything you guys would like to report?
Nothing new,
Oh,
just
good.
working on the community, everything with the pre-bond, and also nice to call for lunch.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you. And Mr. Swolman.
I don't have a check to give you, but I do have good news in other forms. So, lots going on since school stopped in June. Just by driving around, you can see all the progress we've been making, which is really good. So we're at a schedule. I shouldn't say that. I agree with everything now, but everything's been going very, very well with the parking lots. That's always been our unknown going into the summer construction. But we were very lucky this year. We didn't have any type of undercutting at the middle school lots, the front lot, or the ITech lot. I thought we were surely going to find something on the ITech side, but it was all good. Had a few soft areas in the high school area, but nothing where we had to undercut and bring in new stone. We just choked off some areas with some larger stone, and it really went very well. So we really got lucky, very happy about that. And that allowed us to make the progress that we have now. So the cafeteria. So right now the update, we got some pictures, communities of progress. These are actually old now because when you drive by, a lot of it's all striped and completed. So cafeteria lot's all done except for 2 flags of concrete along the sidewalk. Administration lot is done, as you can see. The pool lot, the base course is down. Final course will be about 1 to 2 weeks away for that gets finished. And then the soccer lot as well. It's the same condition. The base course is down, and then they'll schedule to do the base, the final course. They kind of held off and pulled them off because the work that's going on with the bleachers and so forth. There's some machines going in and out. They don't want to have those on the final wearing course of the asphalt, so they left the base course down. We just kind of held off. We have that luxury this year where we can actually tell the guy to stop as opposed to, hey, where the heck are you? Get over here. So it's been great. It's been really great. A lot of good progress. Still doing some investigations on some of the catch basins and so forth that we found that were collapsing or tilted. But again, some good news. There really wasn't any type of total reconstruction we had to do on the catch basins. Just the concrete collars around the top. And we did the first course of block we had, so those were replaced. So that was also some good news there. Wayfinding signage will start soon. We've ordered the block. Probably a couple weeks out before we start seeing those new signs. Soccer field bleachers have started. The concrete's all prepared. The base is all prepared. They've done some of the new concrete now leading up to the. So this is all done here. That's all done in here already, and then they've completed the preparation. So the new base for the bleachers is all done. and the bleacher work has actually started. So all the material's here. The center picture, that's the base down for across the soccer field. That already also has its concrete surface down, so the team, the team can sit on concrete now in the benches. That's always been a wet area on that side of the field, so that concrete's also already done. So you can see the old fencing's been removed in front of the bleachers and the concession building, and then we're gonna wait until the concrete's finished before they put the new fencing up. The interior concession building is going very well as well. We've already replaced exterior doors, the interior partition, the fixtures are replaced, the flooring's been painted, the walls are painted. They cut the hole in for the second window out the back. You can see that in the second picture and then the last picture on the right. So that door is supposed to go in next week, and then they'll finish up. We're definitely on schedule right end of July to finish up the concession building work. So again, we're ahead of schedule, but don't say that to anybody. So that's looking good as well. Interior doors are doing very good. These pictures are about a week old. Today, all the doors are hung at each of the locations, and then the next step is we'll put the hardware on the doors and then get them painted. But all those security doors are in their proper spots and looking good for start of school. Swanson concession building, again, that's in very good shape. All the interior finishes are done, the plumbing, the electrical, the 2 roll-down shutters have been replaced, the door's been replaced, the roof's completed. Here's some shots inside. I don't know if you remember, we had previous pictures where the wall was gone from that point down. So that's all been replaced, the plumbing's been replaced. You might not think it's exciting, but this is the most exciting picture to me, because it's a green sticker on the electrical panel. Jeff knows what I'm talking about, so that means that the inspection passed and they're approved. This is little things that excite me. So, and the exterior door, and then again the 2 roll down shutters are replaced as well. The toilet rooms, I don't have a picture of the toilet rooms on the upper here, but the exterior doors have been replaced, the fixtures have been replaced. I think the floor's been also epoxy and the new accessories are in. And then the ramp, this is what it looked like. That's all been demolished right now. All the old wood is gone, and they're working on preparing for the new layout of the concrete ramp, and then there'll be a new wall, if you remember, along the septic field there. So all the old stuff's all been removed, and they're progressing with prepping that for the new material. Middle school, again, that's in great shape. The ITech lot is all striped and completed. The north lot has not been striped yet. The drive and then the 2 entrances out to 15, they have their base course down. They need their final wearing course. That'll be about 1 to 2 weeks away. So here's some progress pictures. That's the north lot there. That's pretty much realistic right now. That's the connecting drive. That's much better than that picture. It's all got the base course down now. So again, this was really a big relief for us that the middle school lot did not have soft soil underneath the parking lot. We were just so ecstatic when we were done with that. It was great. The rooftop unit, the components got here damaged, so they had to be sent back. And from what I was told, it's in customs in some place in Texas. So we're trying to get that released and get here, but they're not worried that it's going to hold up anything for completion. But that's probably our biggest unknown. We don't have control over that right now too much, but we're supposed to get an update by the end of the week. Other than that, they're ready for it on the roof. They've done their preparations. When the new units get here, they can settle with a crane up on top. So that's all I got. Are there any questions I can answer on anything?
No, I have a question. So, when will we be done with everything for the 2021?
Well, this is the last bid package for this summer. So there'll probably be a few dollars left over when we see what unused contingency there is and so forth. There'll probably be a few dollars left over going into the fall.
Okay.
That will wrap up the bond, and then there may be some small projects we can pick up based upon what our final numbers are of extra or leftover money, I should say. Luckily, we didn't have to dip into contingency too much, so we're going to have a little bit of money going into the fall that we can maybe do
Okay, great. And it'll all be wrapped up by the end of 25, that's what we have to do, right?
Yeah, that'll all be wrapped up. And they said we might do a couple little bit packages if we have to use up the other money. I don't know
Sure.
if that'll go into the winter time or something, but it'll be something small.
Thank you.
And that sort of then led me to a question, that everything's done in 2025, is that even the second tier, wasn't this like a tiered bond? So that's even the second?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
first one's already been
Get that
exhausted.
clarification.
So this is the second phase, or whatever we call it. So this will wrap that up. Everything's in great shape right now. I got great news for you. I didn't have a check, but
Yeah.
it's good news. Anything else I can answer? All right, next
Thank you.
meeting then, we should have a lot more complete pictures of everything, but everything's going very smooth.
Alright, next up is approval of consent agenda.
Move that the Brandon Board of Education approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Can I get a roll call?
Diane,
Yes.
Herb,
Yes.
Hillary,
Yes.
Jody,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
yes, Rebecca.
Yes. Alright. Next up is information and discussion items. Medical report. Okay, yeah. And then education report. Stuart?
I have invited Bob Larson here, our elementary STEM elective teacher, and he is going to share not only some information, some celebrational items from his elementary STEM classes, in particular the 3P learning that's going on, connected to open schools, and what he's got going on with that. So I'll turn it over to Bob Larson.
Hi everyone, so I'm Bob Larson, so I teach at both of our elementary buildings. We were just talking about it going into my 16th year here in Brandon, so pretty exciting. Tonight I just want to tell you a little bit about a project that we did that's under the umbrella of 3P learning. So kind of just a little story. So we started the STEM or Young Innovator Special in like 21, 22. And it's kind of growing ever since. And so just trying to stay connected to like state initiatives about STEM in the state and in the county through open schools, and then working through some grants, and then kind of bringing that here to Brandon. And then the last bit is pretty exciting. We have to tell our story at the showcase. So 3P stands for project-based, problem-based, and place-based learning. So it's a way to kind of put kids in a real authentic situations where they like think about the outcome or the audience in mind, and there's a big focus on transferable skills. So things like collaboration or innovation, prototyping, design kind of thing. And then we here in Brandon applied in 23-24 for a grant for about $1,000, and we received some really cool, authentic, they're called kitten bots. So they're like these small, they look like a Game Boy, but kids can develop games and then load them onto there. So it gives kids this really authentic experience to do coding and computer science, and then do something like, where they can show that game to someone who handed them. So they collaboratively worked on a game, our fifth graders, and about the hawk traits. So they had to pick a hawk trait, so our have respect, act responsibly, work together, keep safe, and then build a game about it to teach younger students like something fun and engaging way. So pretty cool. So these are our hawk traits here, and it was about trying to make positive change in school. So we talked a little bit about what kind of things you want to see, what do you think younger students need to know, and then how could you engage them through a video game. So some of the skills that they got to work through were like computer science and coding, which was really neat. So like really authentic work around building a video game. And then also like the design thinking process, so thinking with, empathizing with your audience, and prototyping, making changes based on feedback. And then also like hardware and software, so really concrete skills that they need for designing and thinking about computer science. Some really cool feedback. Collected some feedback, especially the first pilot year, that 23-24 year. And a lot of it was about that they got to see a game come together, they had different perspectives and viewpoints, and then also that it was like they really got to see like their ideas come to life, and they got to hold it, which was pretty exciting. And then here's some photos. So this is from this past year. It was really kind of the full experience for kids. We went through, they got to design games, think about themes. And what's really nice about this is that it really helps kids learn authentic skills like that they want to develop themselves. So if one kid wanted to do a game about space and another kid wanted to do a game that had sports, they really had to kind of do that learning on their own. So one student would have their Chromebook open, like searching for tutorials, and another kid would be designing the art and then writing the story until it came together, and then they could prototype it and test it and go back and change it throughout the way. So it's pretty cool. And after we developed the games, we had a team of these 6 awesome girls go from Harvey Swanson and represent Brandon to the first 3P Learning Showcase. So there were about 200 people, and then 20 groups from around the county, everywhere from like young students to high school kids, sharing their 3P projects. And there were industry partners there, so there were people like from Cranbrook and the Detroit Institute of Arts and Michigan State, and all these different groups were there as well to watch and kind of explore all these presentations. And what's great is you can see there are kids from other like families there, like visiting, and they're so proud. And they worked together and explained it so well that they were actually selected and won like the award for teamwork. So they gave just a few groups awards, and our girls were highlighted for winning their teamwork. It was pretty awesome. So it's kind of neat to see, this like learning they were really proud of, and we represented Brandon so well. Shelby did great. Thank you. So it's really cool. But yeah, so looking forward, like into the future, they always kind of talk about this like dimmer switch of trying to add more authenticity and more audience base, and more any of these project-based or problem-based learning activities as we go forward. So that's kind of cool in the future. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Bob. That was great. Next up is action items. Approval of human resource report.
Move the Brandon Board of Education approve the human resource report as presented.
Second.
Can I get a roll call vote?
Diane?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Hillary?
Yes.
Jody? Jeff,
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes. Next is consideration of resolution of call election and approved bond ballot language.
Move the Brandon Board of Education approve the resolution calling the November 4th, 2025 election and approving the related bond questions.
Support. Any discussion? Can I get a roll call vote?
Diane?
Yes.
Herb?
Yes.
Hillary?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Yes. Kim?
I have something to read. As a trustee of the Brandon School Board, my foremost responsibility is to act in the best interest of our students, families, and broader community. I have long been an advocate for the use of school bonds to improve educational facilities, especially given that the state of Michigan provides bonds as a primary funding mechanism for capital improvements. While I do not believe the structure is ideal, I recognize that it is the system that school districts must navigate in order to execute critical upgrades to infrastructure and learning environments. It's from this position of support for responsible voter-approved investment that I have arrived at my decision to vote no on the current bond proposal. We have unfinished business from the 2021 bond. It's open still. We just heard tonight that it will close at the end of the year. We've got projects still underway and final financial reconciliation that's not yet completed. Before we move forward with another significant financial commitment, I believe we must complete a thorough review of the board's bond outcomes and challenges. I think we need to document lessons learned and discuss them as a board, both operational and financial. And I think that doing so will strengthen our ability to deliver future projects with greater efficiency. To be clear, my vote of no is not a vote against facility improvements, nor is it a rejection of the important work that our school district needs to undertake. It's a vote for strategic discipline, fiscal responsibility, and most importantly, transparency. I remain committed to working collaboratively with my colleagues to develop a future bond proposal that's informed by past experience, guided by long-term strategy, and deserving of our community's confidence and support.
Okay, next is citizens input.
Rebecca, how you vote?
Yes. All right, next is go to closed session for negotiations. Can I get a motion?
Move that the Brandon Board of Education enter into closed session as presented.
Support. Any discussion? Can I get a roll call vote?
Diane?
Yes.
Herb? Yes. Hillary?
Yes.
Jody?
Yes.
Yes. Kim?
Yes.
Diane, or Rebecca, sorry.
Yes. Okay, we go to close at 6:51.